World War II was the deadliest conflict in human history. But how did it begin, and how did it change the modern world forever? Prepare to journey back in time and uncover the profound lessons of a war that reshaped our planet. This isn't just a story of battles. It's a critical examination of human choices, technological leaps, and the enduring quest for peace. The roots of World War II stretch back to the unresolved issues of World War I. The Treaty of Versailles, intended to secure peace, instead imposed harsh reparations and territorial losses on Germany, fostering deep resentment and economic instability. This created fertile ground for extremist ideologies to take hold. Across Europe, new political movements gained traction. In Italy, Benito Mussolini's fascist party promised national revival through authoritarian rule. Germany saw the rise of Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party, who exploited economic hardship and national humiliation with promises of restoring German greatness and expanding its territory, known as Lebensraum. Meanwhile, Imperial Japan pursued aggressive expansion in Asia, seeking resources and regional dominance. The League of Nations, established to prevent future conflicts, proved largely ineffective, lacking the power to enforce its resolutions. As these totalitarian regimes grew bolder, democratic nations like Britain and France often pursued a policy of appeasement, hoping to avoid another devastating war. This strategy, exemplified by the Munich Agreement of 1938, only emboldened aggressors. It allowed Hitler to annex parts of Czechoslovakia without resistance, demonstrating the international community's reluctance to confront aggression directly. The stage was set for a global catastrophe, fueled by unchecked ambition and a fragile peace. The fragile peace shattered on September 1, 1939, when Nazi Germany invaded Poland. This act of aggression finally prompted Britain and France to declare war, marking the official beginning of World War II. Germany's military employed a new tactic called Blitzkrieg, or lightning war, characterized by rapid, coordinated attacks using tanks, aircraft, and infantry. This devastating strategy quickly overwhelmed Poland, and soon after, Germany swept through Western Europe. France fell in a matter of weeks, a shocking defeat that left Britain isolated. The Battle of Britain saw the Royal Air Force heroically defend against relentless German air attacks, preventing an invasion of the British Isles. In June 1941, Hitler launched Operation Barbarossa, a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. This opened the brutal Eastern Front, a theater of war marked by immense scale, ideological ferocity, and unimaginable casualties. The conflict truly became global when Japan, allied with Germany and Italy, launched a surprise attack on the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, drawing the United States into the war. This attack transformed the conflict into a truly worldwide struggle, encompassing Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Pacific. The initial years of the war saw the Axis powers achieve significant territorial gains, pushing the Allies to the brink. The world watched as empires crumbled and new fronts opened, each demanding immense sacrifice. World War II was a total war, meaning it impacted every aspect of society, not just the soldiers on the front lines. For those fighting, conditions were often horrific. On the Eastern Front, soldiers endured brutal winters, fierce urban combat, and staggering losses. In the Pacific, troops faced jungle warfare, island hopping campaigns, and fanatical resistance. Life on the home front was also transformed. Civilians faced rationing of food, fuel, and other essential goods. Cities across Europe and Asia endured relentless bombing campaigns, forcing populations into shelters and destroying homes and infrastructure. Propaganda played a crucial role, boosting morale, demonizing the enemy, and encouraging national unity and sacrifice. Women stepped into roles traditionally held by men, working in factories, shipyards, and farms to support the war effort. They also served in auxiliary military units, as nurses, and in resistance movements. These movements, often operating underground, sabotaged enemy operations, gathered intelligence, and provided safe passage for downed airmen and refugees. Children were evacuated from cities, families were separated, and communities pulled together in unprecedented ways. The war demanded collective effort and resilience from everyone, highlighting the profound human cost and the extraordinary capacity for endurance in the face of adversity. The tide of the war began to turn through a series of pivotal battles and strategic shifts. One of the most brutal and decisive was the Battle of Stalingrad, fought from August 1942 to February 1943. This prolonged urban battle on the Eastern Front resulted in a catastrophic defeat for Germany, marking a crucial turning point and the beginning of the Soviet advance westward. In North Africa, Allied forces launched Operation Torch in late 1942, pushing Axis forces out of the continent. This paved the way for the invasion of Italy in 1943, leading to the overthrow of Mussolini and opening another front against Germany. Meanwhile, in the Pacific, the Battle of Midway in June 1942 was a decisive naval victory for the United States, crippling Japan's carrier fleet and shifting the balance of power in the Pacific. Perhaps the most famous turning point in Western Europe was D-Day, the Allied invasion of Normandy, on June 6, 1944. This massive amphibious assault opened a crucial second front against Germany, leading to the liberation of France and the push towards Germany's borders. These battles, alongside countless others, demonstrated the immense coordination, sacrifice, and strategic brilliance required to overcome the Axis powers. Each victory, hard-won and costly, chipped away at the Axis's strength and momentum. They were not just military triumphs, but moments of profound psychological impact, signaling to the world that the Allies were gaining the upper hand. The combined efforts across multiple fronts slowly but surely brought the war closer to its conclusion. Beyond the visible battles, World War II was also a war of innovation and information. Technological advancements played a critical role, from the development of radar and jet engines to the atomic bomb. Radar, for instance, was crucial in the Battle of Britain, allowing the Royal Air Force to detect incoming German bombers. Code-breaking was another vital, often secret weapon. Allied cryptanalysts, notably at Bletchley Park in Britain, successfully deciphered German Enigma codes, providing crucial intelligence about enemy movements and plans. This intelligence, known as Ultra, gave the Allies a significant advantage, influencing key decisions and saving countless lives. Propaganda was wielded by all sides to shape public opinion, maintain morale, and demonize the enemy. Posters, radio broadcasts, and films were used to rally support, encourage sacrifice, and instill hatred for the opposing forces. It was a powerful tool for psychological warfare, influencing both soldiers and civilians. The development of the atomic bomb through the top-secret Manhattan Project represented a terrifying leap in destructive power. Its use on Hiroshima and Nagasaki ultimately brought the war in the Pacific to a swift, albeit devastating, end. These unseen aspects of the war, the scientific breakthroughs, the intellectual battles, and the manipulation of information, were as crucial to the outcome as any tank or rifle. The war in Europe concluded with Germany's unconditional surrender on May 8, 1945, following the Allied capture of Berlin and Hitler's suicide. In the Pacific, after the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, Japan surrendered on August 15, 1945, officially ending World War II. The cost was staggering. An estimated 70 to 85 million people perished, making it the deadliest conflict in human history. The war left much of Europe and Asia in ruins, necessitating massive reconstruction efforts. Politically, the global landscape was irrevocably altered. The old European colonial empires began to crumble, leading to decolonization movements across Africa and Asia. Two new superpowers emerged, the United States and the Soviet Union, each with vastly different ideologies. This ideological clash quickly led to the Cold War, a period of geopolitical tension and proxy conflicts that lasted for decades. To prevent future global conflicts, the United Nations was founded in 1945, replacing the ineffective League of Nations. Its mission was to promote international cooperation and maintain peace and security. World War II also led to the establishment of international human rights laws and the Geneva Conventions, aiming to protect civilians and prisoners of war. The Nuremberg trials held Nazi leaders accountable for war crimes, setting a precedent for international justice. The war's legacy continues to shape our world, from political alliances to technological advancements and our collective understanding of human rights. World War II was a crucible that forged the modern world, leaving an indelible mark on every continent. It taught us the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression, the dangers of extremist ideologies, and the fragility of peace. Yet, it also showcased humanity's incredible resilience, courage, and capacity for cooperation in the face of existential threats. Understanding this conflict is not just about memorizing dates and battles. It's about critically analyzing the choices made by leaders and ordinary people. It's about recognizing the warning signs of intolerance and injustice and appreciating the value of international diplomacy and human rights. The lessons of World War II are not confined to history books. They resonate in today's global challenges, from conflicts to humanitarian crises. What aspects of World War II do you find most impactful, and how do you think its lessons apply to the world we live in today? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this journey through history insightful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel for more educational content, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the past. Let's continue to learn from history to build a better future.